Greetings, Jedi Traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 34, day 1. It is August 22nd, 2016. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Supporting your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right. Back again, had 1 week off there, a little bit of a cold, had some other things going on, but back in the boots. Got the daily trend rolling, and let's see how we did today as we were rolling out the month of August here. Boy, the volume was just, has been low, and what a crazy day. But let's go ahead and let's jump first into the VIX here as we take a look at price action. Again, the VIX tucking in underneath that caution level number 12 as it dips below, breaks up to the 144. Yeah, we're pretty much in an indecision time, and straight up, guys, economic wise, we haven't had any economic data that was going to move the market. We got the financial monetary symposium this week. Yellen's supposed to be up, so who knows? Maybe market's just waiting for that as we roll out the month here. But as far as the VIX is concerned, we're just chopping at these lows, which gives you an opportunity. If you are trading the ETF, we've been talking about this a couple weeks ago as we watch it every week. You know, we are at some pretty lows here. Again, if we're looking for the VIX to come up and the market to eventually drop, we'll want to see that VIX, that VXX, sorry, to push up above the intraday settings, which is on the 3 charts on the left, which is 3 time frames. So you got a 100 tick here on the ETF, you got a 150 and a 200. I want to see price action break above those key moving averages before I say we got a long trend momentum going. Again, bigger picture still in the red. All right, let's jump into the daily stats for today. Again, a really strange day you'll see here on the 5-minute charts in a minute, but you know, a little bit more cautious today, maybe not wanting to take as many setups, looking for 1 to 2 setups per market. Really played out today. 6 setups, 95 ticks. I'll take that. Again, last Thursday, Friday, no trading day, but ended off the week pretty positive. So adding to our outlook these coming weeks, we'll be expanding on the futures, as well as we've been talking about the ETF portfolio that's going to be coming up here in September. All right, let's take a look at the trend overall. Here was the AM session. As you can see, price action was really strange. I mean, trend is trend. I mean, if you were able to scalp this, if you were looking at some key levels, this market was very tradable. If you're watching moving averages, you might not have gotten the full moves, and that's exactly where I was at. So a couple of moves from the get-go, looking for highest probability entries. Maybe I didn't have all charts in sync, but high enough. Price action breaks out above key moving averages. Maybe I didn't get it on the first bar, 2-3 bars, but again, as many in the green, give me a 10 out of 10 setup. Hey, I don't know where price action is coming back. Is it coming back all the way? And sure enough, it did. We'll show you here that in a moment. But just trying to get a little piece of the pie here. NQ and ES, nice moves to the upside. Again, breaking above the midnight open, and there was a little bit of a move to the upside. And here we are, setup number 2 of the day here on the ES. Again, another scalp to the upside, breaking above the T350. And as I said, whether you took one off, one runner on and managed on the way up, or you had 2 contracts and you let it run, that's up to each individual trader. But price action, as you can see, push to the upside there on the ES. Nice move. And overall, you know, what we would call a trending day within range. And that's exactly what we got. 8 trends here on the NQ to the upside. 1, there was that little short entry to the downside for a little piece. And then 2, 3, you could see these nice moves. But again, you want as many charts in sync. Maybe you didn't get them on at all. And finally, by the afternoon, just pretty much gave up. There we can see the ES again. Nice moves upside. About 6 total trends in sync. Actually, I could probably throw a 7 up there at the end as price action on all 5 charts in the green there towards the end, but that was really the close, so not much going on there. And there was the YM, not bad. 6 total trends for the day. Again, the afternoon session pretty much quiet, but again, you can see buy signal here. 2 charts in sync, not the greatest of setups. Then you got the turnaround. So again, if you're trading off the levels, not a bad day. You got the HA bars in trend, very nice, trying to get as many as charts in sync. you know, when you got this inside session, the last three charts here is not as important as the first two charts. And then that third chart, that's the 5144. Let me roll here. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at chart 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of this on the right-hand side up here, these three charts right here, those are all market internals. 5144 higher time frames. You know, where's price action in the bigger picture? If price action is sticking above the 5144 and I got two charts green, I'm going to go for it as long as I'm past a key level that I like to watch. That could be the open Globex high. That could be the 25-minute open range. You can pick your levels. There are a lot of levels to pick out there, but those are the ones that I'm typically watching. So again, just in review, there are the nice three trends inside a range today: NQ, ES, and YM. And our final entries for the day pretty much here was the NQ to the downside after breaking down underneath the US Open. A little bit of a move there down to the Globex low. Yeah, I could have run it for all the contracts down. I probably would have done a little bit better today, but I thought maybe we'll get a runaway here, but that didn't come out to play. And there was the move on the ES, same picture here, underneath the T350, one off at 6 ticks and running it down, price action back upside the midnight open. Decide, yeah, this thing's probably running a backside up. Let me go ahead and show you one of those other moves that I mentioned before. I think it was on the NQ here. There was that nice move this morning and bailed around here as price action came back, and you know, you got to say to yourself, yeah, sometimes this happens, sometimes it's not. Sure enough, look what happened today. The NQ not only ran down, but ran down even further, and that was the kind of session it was. So overall, not too bad today. Again, 95 ticks all around with two setups here on the NQ, one on the YM, and two on the ES for a little bit of price action play. All right, let's take a look at the let's go over to the AD line. Take a look at the AD line again. AD line pretty much holding to the pivot. You know, you had that run up, price action there in that first 40 minutes. Price action's running up, makes that U-turn. That pivot almost in the way. But again, on the next rebound back, sure enough, on a 10-minute chart here, there it was. There was the block here again, and then eventually resistance held until the eventual lift here at the end. Take a look at the open gaps. Price action again pretty much still remains to the downside. And as the market continues to drive sideways, you know, I gotta say, with 100% guarantee, guys, this market eventually will turn down. We're not ready for it yet, but when it does, open gaps below will be closed. Crude playing a little bit of chop here at the most recent swing size up. You know, price action coming back down. We got an open gap here at 46.95 that could be closed out eventually, but we did close this open gap out here as of last week, so we'll go ahead and remove that. But we got three open gaps right here within the vicinity. All right, take a look at the fib trends. How did we do today? Oh, let's jump to VPOX. Take a look at volume profile again. Very nice on the NQ. We've got outliers on both sides. Very nice on the ES. So I like to see a good trading day, even if we didn't move much. We got volume at both ends, and then we got 70% in the middle, representing a good trading day, as well as crude here. So build a little bit of a value here, and markets will move in another direction. Fib levels, not bad today. NQ upside, YM just by a tick to the downside, but hitting both, hitting the upside for sure, as well as the ES. Let's take a look at the 5-minute charts. This price action on the crude coming down a little bit, a little pullback there. Sticking to the 25-minute open range for a good portion of the morning, finding that Globex low and then coming down a little bit. We'll watch for that EIA report out this week. But just take a look at those 5-minute charts. I mean, these candles are just unbelievable. I don't know what we were trying to play out here today, but up, down, that's what you had. You had inside the range, daily gap offers resistance. You know, you can pick your level, trade off the levels, but that's pretty much where we you know, held the high here at the Globex, come down to the Globex low. That was an amazing run on the NQ if you were just trading the levels all the way down. Hey, as many charts as you can in sync, or just a pure scalp, didn't do so bad. So again, you can just look at the 5-minute chart and its levels and exactly where we went. All right, take a look at the daily trend again. We already went through some of the key. We already went through the three indices. So let's take a look at crude as we had the setup here. This was Friday and Sunday session. Price action here, a nice move on the crude to the downside. It's pretty much 1, 2, and 3 right here. As price action really held to the Globex low, but again, finding as many charts in sync to put you into the trend. Let's take a look at gold as price action moved up on the gold. Again, higher lows as price action and buy signal. Buy signal again, one of the better two entries of the session, early session here. Again, above the T350, not looking for any shorts, but the buy signal to the upside. And 6E, one nice long trending day from the London session. Price action moves to the upside, never really broke above the Globex high. All right, take a look at the daily big pick as we went ahead and redid the charts a little bit here to cover additional futures. Let's go to the three indices. As price action continues to hold above the 50 and the 200 period moving averages. Good volume today across the board as majority of August has been downside. As we can see here, T3 moving averages still in an uptrend and finding support off the 50 EMA. That gives me the momentum to say NQ is not exactly ready to spill its guts here and holding upside. But again, underneath the T350 here on a 4-hour chart still shows indecision. Here we saw the YM almost coming down to the 144 and price action again still downside here on the T3 moving average, so a little bit concerning as they're still facing downwards, and so momentum a little bit challenging to get that YM to move back upside. But hey, all it takes is one trading session. And there it is, the ES on a pullback, even though still in a downtrend on the T3 moving averages, but 50 still above 144. All three moving averages for tomorrow still sitting under the T350. We'll have to see how the overnight session goes. Taking a look at crude holding above the 50 here, as well as on the T3 moving averages in the 4-hour chart. So I got to go with the momentum to the upside. Watch for the pullback to the key moving averages here. As we see price action here on the gold, still holding above the 50 and the 200, as well as, but T3 moving averages pulling downside. So a pullback, it's going to take a lot of little force to get this gold back upside above the T350 and the 5144. So right now I got to go with the momentum on the pullback upside, and momentum following through to the downside might be where gold might be going right now. Price action inside the 50 and the 200 on the bonds here, so a little bit of caution as we find resistance here at the 5144. I think one more follow through for tomorrow, see if price action turns back down, but right now momentum I got to lean towards the downside. Take a look at the daily big pick on EMD, and again an S&P 400, another way of trending, very similar to TF style there. Price action holding above the 50-200 on all three. We got the EMD, we got the 6E, and we have the yen here. Price action again holding upside, pretty strong above the 50, above the 144, holding above the T350. So momentum, I got to go with the long uptrend. Take a look at the 6E euro. Price action still holding upside, 50 above 200, and everything looking good to the upside here as well as on the end. Again, guys, any day that you're looking at trading trend, it doesn't matter what you look at. Heiken Ashi bars, Renko bars, 5144. You got multiple moving averages. You got Kiwi stops, Kiwi trailing stops, super trends. You got Woody CCI. All these are trend studies, and the whole goal is to try and remain in the trend as long as possible. All right, taking a look as we move ahead on the Econoday calendar. Here we are, new home sales times 2. We got some little bit of housing data, EIA, and on Wednesday that leads into really the symposium in Yellen, supposedly up on Friday with GDP. So that will round off the week. All right, that concludes an insight into the daily trend for August 22nd, week 34, day number 1. As always, feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra: one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at TradingFibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Rolling out the summer. Good day, good nights, and good trading to you.